I'm Heff.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
And this is Best Friends Nonsense.
Hi. Welcome back to episode, I think we're 17 now.
I have no idea. I never know.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just show up.
Welcome back or welcome to
Best Friends Nonsense.
Yes. Well, so last time we went on a little memory trip lane thing, macabre.
A trip down memory lane.
Yep, that's the one.
there you go.
And we're doing it again
Yes.
with hair, but
Hair
you'll see
color.
that later. Right now is for chit chat.
Chit chat time.
Chit chat time.
Scooby wants to do chit chat too.
He does. Speaking of Scooby, I guess we could say that he's finally
He's
fixed.
fixed.
Finally, he is a neutered male. Finally.
No babies.
No.
No memo hef.
Mammal head.
No thanks. I'm good.
Is that what your future grandkids are going to call
Yeah.
you? Mammal
Memo
head.
hef. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, and he's still, like, they said, most people were like, he's going to be, like, a totally different cat. He's going to be, you know, potentially calmed down, and
yes.
he's not going to do that yowling thing throughout the night, and, he doesn't yowl as much as he used to. Oh, he's going to get in that bag.
What bag?
There's a little, bag down there that Boo Boo uses. It's mostly I'm bored, come play with me yowl now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, wow. He's still playful as ever though, but
Yeah.
because he's a baby, you know. We got the margaritas. So if it's
Frozen
a silly
margs.
goofy time, this is why.
That's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm. This was a frozen margarita, and now it's all melted.
Mine's still slightly frozen, but not much. Fantastic.
Blue raspberry. By
And
far
from
my
now on,
favorite.
even if I'm not stopping for food, I will seriously just stop off and get margaritas on them. Just drive through margaritas.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, so good.
Oh, I love that.
My other update is that Joshua's sort of better. I mean, you saw him today. Like, it's the coughing and the phlegm still.
It's the getting it out.
Yeah.
phase.
But, I mean, he has really bad allergies, though. So maybe it's allergies this time. You never know. I feel like allergy season, is it a cold? Is it an allergy? You don't know.
Yeah, you really
never
don't know.
Unless you got a fever. Allergies, you don't get fevers.
Yeah.
That's how we knew the first time that he didn't have just allergies. It was a cold. Or I guess I don't know. I guess the doctor said it was a cold, but it seems so much more intense than a cold normally is.
Yeah.
Because now Boo Boo has it. And the poor little thing, like, I sent you that picture yesterday, and it was pitiful. Like, she was so lethargic and just laying around. And
Yeah.
I hated it for her. It's so awful to see your kid sick. Because you just feel helpless, like you can't help them.
Yeah. You just want to hold and give snuggles until they're
Yeah.
better.
Well, yeah, because I woke her up at 9:30, like the day that you... So when Scooby got fixed, she was a worried mama. So she didn't go home. She
I
just
stayed here the whole day.
And she was with me until, like, 8:30 in the morning to, like, 4.
4.
Yeah,
Probably.
she was here a long time. So, that day, I woke her up at, 9:30, and she just laid on me and slept until, 11.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I knew it's bad, is because she's not like that.
Yeah, she does not lay around.
Mm-mm. So, anytime she just wants to lay around and do nothing, I'm like, oh, great, she's not feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then the next day, we went mini golfing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with my mother-in-law and grandma-in-law. I don't know what you would call her. I don't know. And it was really cute because that was Boo Boo's first time with trying to use the putter. Because last time I went, it was 2 years ago, and she was
A baby.
itty bitty baby. So like she was still like on formula. So she was in a car seat, not car seat, stroller the whole time. But this time, like she was up and she was trying to do it, the whole putting thing. It was so cute because when we were picking out her putters, she saw her dad standing a certain way with the putters, so she did it too. And she just looked like a tiny golfer. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh.
I had to take a picture of it because she was just like, oh my goodness. But I thought that was a special thing because, 2 years ago, here you are, but now you're a full-grown, like, kid now. What the heck's going on? But then she's still really little for certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said it was her first time. It was precious. And then we went to a birthday party the same day.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes that we got down there, it started raining, like downpouring. So that was fun.
Yeah.
We all got trapped in the house, and the hostess had a little mental breakdown because she was like, I cleaned for a birthday party outside, not inside. And I can't blame her for that because, like, I've talked about my own stuff with hosting parties. Like, I definitely can relate with having a mental breakdown because you're just like, oh my gosh. And I guess she was just worried because it's not like her house was even dirty. I've seen a dirty house and that it wasn't dirty, but she was just worried that people were judging her by it. And they have a sort of smaller house, especially downstairs. It's small. So like, I'm sure she was just worried about people feeling cramped or whatever. So, I mean, I can relate. So,
yeah.
But we were all like, it is no big deal, dude. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it was fun still. We had a good time. There's a picture I'll show you later, but there is one of our friends. She has a 2-year-old daughter, and her and Boo Boo were sitting on the stairs next to each other, eating chips, and they were just looking at each other, and I mean, kind of toddler chatting, but I don't think they were really saying any words. It was so cute. Yeah. We have a picture of it. I'm like, and I don't got my camera. But it's so cute seeing their little friendships that they forge,
Yeah.
It was very cute. I would say that was us, but I wasn't. I was 4 when you were born. So
yeah.
We don't really have any proof of.
Yeah, we don't have friendship that young.
No. I mean, I really don't remember unless it, like, maybe a church picnic picture. But even still, I think I was 6 or 7 in most of those. Yeah. And that's the youngest I've seen.
Even still, that'd be the youngest that we were ever playing together.
Right.
I was 2.
Yeah.
That's 2 if you were 6.
That's true. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. You got much of an update?
I tried to train a new girl this morning, and before we could even greet our first table, she had a panic attack, went to the bathroom, and threw up.
Oh no! Like social anxiety? Is that what happened?
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it actually is. She said that she had some kind of motion sickness thing. I felt so bad for her because, like, and especially like I got sat 2, and then I got sat 3, and then I got sat 10, all within my first 5 minutes of clocking in.
Oh my gosh.
And then our hostess walked out because our manager kept talking to her because he kept having to address it because I kept getting overwhelmed because I'm one of her favorites. She has some mental issues. And I'm not going to disclose those, even though I'm also not disclosing her name either, obviously. But I'm not exactly sure what her mental issues are either way. But she was such an oversharer. Like, I'm an oversharer, but she would seat people at tables and start telling them about her tumor in her stomach. And how much it weighs. And how much bigger it is than a baby that she had.
They don't want to know that.
No, they don't.
They want to sit there.
They want to sit
eat.
down. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to hear about how you were borderline diabetic and now you're not because you lost a bunch of weight. They don't want to hear about how your boyfriend makes all this money and wants to pay your bills.
I don't know why I found that so funny.
And you met him on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Is he real?
Showed me a picture of him.
Oh, okay.
He's probably about as well off as she is.
Oh. Well, I said that because I saw this TikTok not reel. Oh my god, how old am I? This TikTok of this girl that thought she was in a full-on relationship with Joshua Bassett. Like, she was getting arrested because of some reason. I don't remember. She was in a dorm room and she didn't want to leave, so the police got called, and it was one of those, like, the police cam. And so, like, they were telling her, like, you're getting arrested because of blah, 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 and you need to get in the car. And she was like, I can't. I want to talk to my boyfriend. And they're like, okay, you can call him when you get to the station. Like, let's just get in the car. Just get in the car. And for some reason, they didn't buckle her up at first. She's just sitting there, and she goes, I gotta talk to my boyfriend. Where's my phone? I don't trust men, something or other. And they're like, okay, what's your boyfriend's name so we can get it or whatever. And she was like, it's Joshua Bassett. He's famous. What?
No. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No.
I was just like, okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's just a normal guy, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
No catfish. Okay.
Yeah, no, not a catfish. But yeah, she kept overseating me today. I had
Isn't there a rotation built in?
Yes.
Okay. And she said, let's just ignore this and go see Heather.
Because I'm one of her favorites. Because I'm nice to her, and when she talks to me, I will listen and I'd be nice. I'm nice about it. I'm not like,
what happens when you're
shut
nice
up
to people.
I'm not like, shut up, leave me alone, don't talk to me.
Yeah, I attract
like
those kind of people too because I'm nice. Yeah, I get it.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, shut up. You just triple sat me. I have things to do. I can't listen to you talk right now.
But
like,
how do
I gotta
you
do
say that
stuff.
nicely?
Well, no, I had had it.
You probably
today.
Can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had it. Yeah. I was like,
in the heat of the moment.
I was like, girl, I cannot listen to you talk to me right now because I have to go greet 2 tables. One of them is a 10 top that you literally just you sat my second table, walked back to the host stand, got the 10 top, and walked straight back to my table and sat them there.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I went through the full rotation. Trust me. I'm like, I don't trust you because I stood here and watched you do it. And I go up to my manager and I'm like, if you don't do something, there's going to be a problem. And I have told him this 3 days in a row. I'm like, I'm going to go insane. I'm going to lose my mind. I can't do it. I cannot.
Well, it doesn't help also that she told me yesterday that she picked up a double on her day off. After telling me and you that she wasn't going to pick up. She lied to the both of us.
Okay, so here's the thing. I had already picked this up before then. Well, okay. So here's the thing. So originally I had picked up on Sunday and I wasn't picking up anything else. I picked up a Sunday night shift doing the bar. Because all I saw was on Sunday there was a night shift, bar shift available. I know that we only ever run with one bartender. So I'm like, oh crap, we don't have a bartender? Pick up. Because I had already had, because I had Friday and Saturday requested off.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, it'll make up for me missing a day. Like, okay, I'll pick that up. Well, Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call from my GM saying, hey, can you come open the bar instead? Because our morning bartender called off because she had strep. So I said yes. Obviously. He asked me if I wanted to do that instead. And then I ended up... So you see, I was excited to work on Sunday night because I got to work with some of my favorite people. Like, there's a very specific coworker that I was excited to work with, and I knew they worked Sunday night, not Sunday morning. So I let one of the doubles leave early, and I worked her second half of her double. I was still the first one cut, and I only worked for 2 more hours, though, so we were pretty slow. I'm a sucker.
Yeah. It's okay, I guess.
It's hard because, like, man, some days I'm at home and I'm like, these people barely like me. Then I go to work and everybody's super excited. They're like, oh my gosh, it's Heather. I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm just like, hi, yeah, I'm here. They're like, why aren't you more excited?
Because I don't want to
here.
be.
And I'm like, I am at work. What attitude do you want me to have right now?
I have a question for you. So,
Okay.
I was on Facebook.
Okay.
And, sorry, I'll put this away. I was on Facebook the other day, and there's this reel that popped up. But I don't work at a restaurant, so I don't know why they decided, you know what, you need to see this reel today. It was a chick that works at a restaurant, and she changed her hair to different ways, and then went to work to see if her tips changed. So I was curious if you did that. How do you wear your hair to work?
Okay, so this is actually a really good point. Because Sunday I wore my hair down. I'm not supposed to wear my hair down.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
But my hair was curled.
I would break those rules too, though.
Like, it was, like, actually curled. Hold on. I'm wearing my work shirt, so obviously this is not, like, show the podcast. Sorry, guys.
I guess you can color it in.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's what I did to one of the pictures. I was like, this locates us way too much. I'm going to color that in.
Like, you see how my hair was curled?
Yeah. I saw that picture, didn't I?
Probably, yeah.
I saw people's Snapchats because I also watch my niece's podcast. I can't.
Snapchat?
This tequila or whatever this is getting to me. Her Snapchat. I watch it, and I have no business as a 30-year-old watching a 13-year-old Snapchat. But do I? Yes. Yes, I do.
It's funny.
It is. She's just so darn cute. And I know sometimes she listens, so yes, you're so darn cute.
You are so darn cute.
Yeah. Where was I going with this? Oh, so the way that her hair was, so she did double braids down. No. She did double braids down, and she got she had a pretty good tip out that time. And then she did I forget what she did the next night. I feel like it was a braided ponytail thing, and she got really good tips that time. Then she did a low ponytail and got $61 as a tip out. And then the next day she did something else fancy to it, and she got really good money again. Like, she said, eh. So it's like, I wonder if that does...
I did make pretty good money on Sunday.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Monday. And
Monday.
money and Sunday. Monday.
There you go.
But, what was I saying? I made pretty good money on Sunday for being as slow as we were.
Okay. So maybe you should try that. Just do your hair different if you have the energy, of course.
Yeah.
To do your hair and see if you get really good tips versus if you don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
It's a cool social experiment.
I have done that as an experience with with wearing makeup and not wearing makeup too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I have definitely been making more money since I did my lashes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It's weird.
And like so I've been doing lip oil instead of just a traditional lip gloss because it's glossier. It stays better. For me personally, at least, like stays shinier longer.
Yeah.
And it nourishes your lips and stuff and whatever. And then I just reapply whenever I can feel no more stickiness left.
Yep.
Reapply.
You
and
mentioned lips, and now I'm biting mine because I'm like, mine are peeling.
Mine were this morning. I wake up and then I put on regular chapstick first thing as soon as I wake up. And then when I get to work, I take like a napkin from inside my car and then I wipe it off. And it kind of like helps maybe get off any kind of dead skin or anything. And then I put on the lip oil. Nice. And then they're always just like pretty and perfect.
Yeah. I also forgot another part of my update. We had to postpone our D&D night.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, well, because last week with Joshua being sick, I did go to that birthday party.
Yeah.
And it turns out I don't get sick, I just pass it to the next person.
Oh.
A person that's supposed to have terrible immune system.
Yeah.
I'm fine, and I just give it to the next person. So I infected the friend group. Everyone was sick. Well, okay, so 3 of the 6 said we can't do D&D tonight, is whatever. So we're like, maybe we should just go ahead and postpone because that's only 3 of us left, and that's not very fun.
Yeah.
So we postponed to just go ahead and do, like, just skip this past Friday.
Yeah.
So we decided, since we already have a babysitter, we might as well go on our, like, late anniversary date night thing.
There you
And
go.
it was so nice. We went to Red Lobster. I got a terrible margarita, but really good food.
Next time you go to Red Lobster, get a pina colada.
See, I was
made
thinking
with ice cream.
See, I was tossing back and forth between a pina colada or a margarita. I should have just done the
Red Lobster, pina colada, always.
Should have.
They make them with ice cream.
Huh. Interesting.
It just makes it creamier.
Yeah. So we did that, and then we walked around, which I'm going to cut that out anyway. We went to the park.
Went to the park.
And it was nice. It was fun. They have we just walked around, basically. I was not dressed for walking around, but I made it work. I said, I need to dress cute for this. And then he takes me to a park. Anyway. And they have this thing that's a bird blind. And I didn't know what a bird blind was until I saw it. It's basically like half of a, like, building. Like, half of it's not there and half of it is. And they have holes everywhere so you can see outside. And we saw the bullfrogs, and we saw, like, this bird. I don't remember what it's called. But it was just so nice. And we never get to be just by ourselves. And we noticed that at the restaurant. We were like, what the heck should we do? It's only, like, 7 p.m. Like, what do we do? So, I mean, it's nice to just be, you know, yourselves instead of mom and dad.
Yeah.
And that's like the second time that it has just been 2 of us in like a month, and that never happens. We don't do that. So, like, yeah, it was nice.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, I forgot I didn't get to the point of what I was saying earlier about the hostess.
Oh, yes.
Did I say that she walked out?
Yes. Oh, well,
I
kind
did?
of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You
She walked out in the middle of the rush. But, I didn't get to why.
Yeah.
I didn't finish saying why.
Yeah.
So she had been seating me back to back like crazy. I kept getting super overwhelmed. The second that I started being able to breathe, then she would triple seat me again. And, like, it was nuts. And she's like, oh, you're my favorite. And, like, in her mind, she's giving me all the tables so I make all the money.
Well, honey, I'm going to lose
But
my
she doesn't
mind.
understand. Exactly. Like, I'm not making money because I can't get to these tables. People aren't leaving me tips if I can't get to them because I'm so busy I can't see straight. Like, my manager's running circles around me, like, keeping me afloat because I am so busy that I can't do anything. Like, he's running around. He was getting
people
refills.
would understand that, though.
Most of them did. I
Okay.
will say that I didn't have anybody who stiffed me today. Was that one Lily? Did he try to get Lily?
I don't know.
If he's dead, he's dead.
Right. That's been the thing. Like, I want to defend him, but if you're going to do that kind of stuff, dude, like...
But that's the circle of life,
right,
boy.
like, dude.
I'm not gonna get my arm mauled because you
I did
tried
that
to.
once.
Yeah,
it was our...
I did do that to save him
Yeah.
when we were moving,
Yeah.
but that was different.
Right,
That
yeah.
was different.
Well, the one time I did is because our one male cat, when I still lived with my parents, Bob, he was...
Bob.
he
I
tried
remember Bob.
to be the alpha male, and him and the other male would fight all the time because he was just asserting his dominance. It was like, I don't know, 3 a.m, and I'm like, Bob, leave him alone. So I just kick him.
Bob, leave him alone.
So I kick Bob, and he lashes onto my foot. And I'm like trying to shake him off, and it's not working. And he finally lets go after a little bit as I'm like beating him in the head, like, let go of me. And I just remember there was cuts everywhere. I had to soak my foot basically, and like, what is that stuff called? Peroxide. I had to just do that, and I had a bajillion Band-Aids on my foot. But yeah, I'm never doing that again.
Oh,
Bob was nice, but he was mean sometimes. And then Buddy, he was our really nice male.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. That was their fault.
Yeah, it was.
That was almost guarantee you my son's fault. Idiot boy. That is like, I swear, if I'm a boy mom one day, that's going to be the kind of boy mom I am. I'm like, did you pull her hair? Oh, and she punched you in the face? Sucks, don't it? Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, move on. Anyway, yeah, so she kept doing it over and over again, and my manager he had already addressed it with her multiple times. Like, every time that I said something to him, he was like, okay, I'll go talk to her again. Like, I'm sorry, it's happening, but I am one of the better surfers who can do stuff like that, who can take table after table after
But
table.
doesn't mean you should.
It does not mean that I can do it all the time, every single day.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's a Tuesday morning. In an hour and a half, I had $500 in sales.
Goodness, Charlene.
We are not that busy of a restaurant. It is not normally that poppin' on a Tuesday morning. Yesterday, I made $40. Because we were dead.
See what happens when you pick up.
Oh, no, yesterday I was scheduled.
Oh,
I
okay.
was scheduled yesterday.
Gotcha. I must have misread you then.
Yesterday was Monday. I picked up Sunday.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
know. I must have misunderstood you then.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought you said you picked up. Never mind.
Oh, no. I could have, but I didn't. I could have picked up last
that's
night,
right.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't end up doing that. That was different. But anyway, eventually it got to the point where my manager saw me starting to cry. Like, he saw my eyes watering. He saw me, and I did not know that this is what happened at that time, because I didn't even know that she walked out and quit when she did. I didn't find out until like 30 minutes later, because that's just how busy I was. I wasn't looking at the host stand. I was hoping to God I didn't have to see her coming into my section, bringing me more people. It was like, I am dying right now. And all of a sudden I hear from like one of the other servers. So the other server and then the bartender and then the to-go girl that we had this morning, they are all mother and 2 daughters.
I love that.
And I love them so much. I love all 3 of them. They are some of my favorite people. They love me too. So it's a dream team. Like, we're good. We were fine. But the two daughters, they were talking to me, and like they're like, you know, a little bit younger than me, but you know, obviously one's 16 and then one's, I think she's 19 or 20. But they were telling me that I guess when I was like starting to kind of tear up and I was just like, I'm okay, I can do that, like I can do this, I'm fine, I got it, I'm okay, like it's gonna be fine, I'm gonna make it through it.
Hit the mic.
It's like, it's gonna be okay, like I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. But I kept saying that every time I was in the back. Like, that's just all I kept saying was, I can do it, I'm okay, I'm gonna be fine, it's alright, I'm gonna make it, it's okay. And I kept like pepping myself up like that. Yeah. And then my manager looked at me, saw tears in my eyes, and he lost it. He got a little mad.
Upset for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, why do you keep doing this to Heather? This does not benefit her. This does not benefit anybody else in here. You have to stop. Like, do your job right or don't do your job. And I guess she walked to the back and she like grabbed her purse and she's like bobbing her head, got this attitude and everything. And he is walking by with some dishes and he just goes, if you're going to walk out, just walk out. I don't even care. And she turned around, she walked out.
Wow.
And I was like,
if you're going to walk out, walk out. I don't even care.
Like, I know that he didn't do that because it was me, but the fact that I actually felt like I had a manager who had
cared.
My back,
yeah,
who actually cared, who noticed that I was drowning, and on top of helping me fix the problem, was also trying to get the problem to stop happening.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that is why that is my favorite manager. Mm-hmm. And it was my favorite manager today. And I'm like, I know that he would have absolutely done that for any other server. So, like, I know that it's not a me thing. It's not like, oh, like, I'm his favorite. Like, no, it's just the fact that he's a manager who cares and is good at what he does and had my back. And, like, I just, as a server or just as a restaurant worker in general, I feel like that's kind of hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have always had managers that I've butted heads with that don't care. Scooby, get off the dang counter.
Come on, Scoob, get down.
I'll get him.
He's down.
Okay. He's like, Mom's coming.
Yeah. Normally all you gotta do is get up and he's like, oh crap, they're serious. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have ever had to do for him too, is be like,
yeah. Yeah.
And he just gets down.
Yeah. His, like, when he gets up on the TV thing, whatever that's called, I'm like, get down. And if he just sits there and stares at you, I'm like, get up. You have to get up. And he's like, oh, sorry.
And he's like, oh, you meant that. My bad. Stupid. But yeah, you know, naturally my catch-up is just work.
That's fine. That's all you do.
That is all I do. But it's fun. I do like my job. I actually had these ladies earlier, and I'm telling you, they sat for too long before I was able to get to them. But they were like, it was like the 3rd or 4th round of getting 3 tables back to back. And like, I was like, my section was stuffed. Now on top of this, like, I am also getting sat. So basically, okay.
How many tables do you have in your section?
So my section was a 7-table section.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Now, there was a point where I had 10 tables.
Oh, jeez.
You want to know how many tables the other server had at that time?
2.
4.
Oh, okay.
But still a dramatic difference.
Dramatic.
Like, still 14 tables between the two of them. Well, like, I just, like, I didn't even know what was going on. Like, I was getting so frustrated, and I was like, I got it. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. I got it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I just kept going and going and going and going. Like, I don't even know how I functioned through it. It made no sense.
Autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot and my manager. I'm so serious. And the daughter who was on to goes, she will help us and like do the expo. And she was doing that, and she was running my food too. And like everybody was just running all of my stuff constantly. I was literally just pretty much just going like, stop at 3 tables. Do you guys need anything? Okay, cool. Go back and get that stuff. Come back. Address this next little section. Like, I was taking my sections at a time.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do anything.
He loves boxes. I don't understand why he loves boxes so much.
I thought all cats did. Do the girls not love them as much?
No, Lily could care less.
He is such a stereotypical cat.
Yep. Just don't poop in there. That's all I care about.
I, knock on wood, have never had an issue with him pooping outside of his litter box except for when he was trapped in the basement at the old house. Sir.
Let the people see you. Now that you're ballless.
Say, hi, I'm sterile.
I mean, all I remember from the restaurant being, of course, I was a host. I was never a server. So, I mean, our experiences are vastly different.
Yeah.
But I do remember, like, being in the weeds up front, and everyone's just staring at you, waiting for you to call their name. And I'm like, please stop staring at me. Like, I'm just waiting for anything to open up. And, like, my favorite was that they thought I was offended if they walked out the door, and I'm like, please, I'm just waiting for someone to be like, okay, we'll go somewhere else. Great,
like,
bye.
Okay,
Bye!
I literally had a table one day, and they were just enraged about their experience.
Yes.
And I didn't even take care of them. I was helping them figure out how to work the tabletop device to pay. And they were like ranting and raving to me about how my manager, my favorite manager, of course, was this horrible, like, dumb butt and all this fun stuff. And I was just like, they were like, we will never be back. We're in here constantly. Like, da 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 da. And I'm just sitting here like, first of all, I don't recognize you. And I basically live here. So, bye.
I don't think you,
Second
I think you're
of all,
lying.
Like, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna sit here and cuss us. Do you see how busy we are right now? Does it look like we need you?
Read the room. That's what I love to tell people all the time.
Oh
like,
my goodness, if I could
read
get away
the
with
room,
it,
my dudes.
absolutely. If somebody was like saying something like that, I would be like, do you know how to read the room?
Exactly.
Like, do you see what's happening here?
No
do
one's
you
happy.
think that we need this?
Exactly. No one's happy. You think you're the only ones not happy right now?
Yeah.
Like,
do you think
this
that
is
we
a
picked
10
you guys?
Exactly. This is a 10-table section. 10 of these people are not happy.
Yeah.
You think you're special? No.
Yeah, you're not special.
You're not special.
You're not. Sorry. I don't work at Burger King. You don't get to have it your way.
Like, I love those TikToks when they make it so, like, what is it called when, like, the server is allowed to match energy or whatever? Have you seen those?
Oh, they call it, like,
I don't remember what it's called, but I love those.
like the purge.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, purge
like restaurant
day or something.
purge. Yeah, purge day or something.
Because, like, I
Oh my
wish
God.
as a previous restaurant worker that I am, I wish I could have told people off.
Oh
I
my
wish.
goodness. I have before. I have treaded some water.
Yeah.
I've tiptoed a line a time or two. One time I had a lady who made it a point to leave me 2 pennies as a tip when I worked at Frisch's. And, you see, at the time, my manager was my friend that I have a matching tattoo with now. And so I walked out the door behind her and threw him. Boom.
Wow.
I didn't hit her with them because I have terrible aim. So that's probably the only reason why I didn't get fired, because I didn't actually hit her with them. And it was probably so far off that it looked like I was not trying to hit her. So just looked like I was trying to make a point.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I would have felt perfectly fine hitting her with a penny. As a penny. It's a penny.
Yeah.
I don't have that good of an arm. If I would have hit her, it wouldn't have hurt her. She would have been like, what the heck? And I would have been like, Fight me, bro. I was so angry back then.
Yeah.
Probably because I worked at Frisch's.
Proudly. I mean, previous Heff before, like, I would even say before 2 letters guy.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe even during him.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a point where you were trying to tamper it down. But she's always had a fire in her.
Oh, yeah.
There's always been a furnace in there. Like, she used to get in trouble back in the day for her temper.
Mm-hmm.
And her mouth.
Oh, my mouth.
Yeah.
I am so patient now. I am so zen. Look at me. I'm doing that thing that we were talking about. If you're back, I didn't know this was a yoga pose. And I don't mean that as a flex. I'm just weirdly flexible.
She's like, this is fine for me.
Like,
I love
this is fine. I can, like, make it tighter and do knee over knee.
I'm good with, we don't call it this anymore, but what is this called? This is
crisscross applesauce.
Yeah. You want to... Oh, we could do... So... I was going through, also on Facebook, I was going through my memories, and this thing popped up, and it's called the Cube Test. I don't know if anybody else has taken this test. It was on Buzzfeed, show, and I took it like 12 years ago or even like 10 years ago. It was a while ago, and my answers have not changed, and I don't know what that says about me, that I my answers are the same. I will say on one of the last questions, I don't agree with what's behind it. I don't agree with it. Maybe it means something else, or maybe, I don't know. We'll just get down to it. Feel free to play along, don't cheat. So, the cube test, a personality test. Okay, imagine you are walking through a desert and see a cube. How big is the cube? You can answer to me, so we can keep track of your answers.
I like a big, but not too big. Something like this, floating luminously in the desert.
Well, that answers the next question. What is the cube made out of?
It's shiny. It's like metal.
Metal?
Some kind of metal.
How far away is it from the ground? It's
about a foot, no, probably about 2 or 3 feet.
Okay.
No.
No?
Probably like 4. Something like eye level.
Okay.
Like 5 feet.
All right. Where did I go? Somewhere near the cube, you see a ladder. What is the relation to it from the cube?
I would assume that it's probably leaning up against the cube if I'm in the middle of a desert. Boop, to get on top of the cube. This mysterious glowing spinning cube that I'm seeing in my brain.
It's spinning?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
I don't know.
And it's
I'm thinking of a
glowing?
UFO. Yeah. It's
Oh.
like luminous. Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
No.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
What is the ladder made out of?
Wood. I weirdly saw that.
My ladder is made out of wood too. I
Like,
guess
I
I
just
can give you my
weirdly-
answers too. So my cube. So I'm in the desert, right? And I see a cube. It is the size of a house. It is a big cube. And it's made out of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Like a very shiny, like, what is the stainless steel?
Yeah,
It's made out of
like
that.
almost like a mirror kind of like thing. Yeah,
Yeah, very shiny. And it's as big as a house. And the ladder is made out of wood and it's leaning against the cube.
My cube is way smaller. But
Very.
that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, there's going to be a lot of steps. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, we got the ladder taken care of. Now we see a horse next to the cube and ladder. Okay.
Okay.
Is it wearing anything? Reins, saddle? Is it tied up with said things?
Nope.
It's completely naked?
He's naked.
Okay. Mine is too. Mine's a naked horse too. He's brown.
Mine's brown with a white nose.
Oh, how fun. No, mine's just all
I don't know
brown
why.
with black hair. I don't know why. What is the horse doing?
He's just chilling there looking at me.
Dude, same. He's not doing anything. He's just staring at me.
He's like, why am I here, man? What is this cube doing? He's as freaked out as
Is
I
he
am.
underneath the cube? Or
Well,
like,
he's
is he-
the
Mine's
cube's only
standing
5
next.
foot up, so
Oh,
he's
okay.
like standing at next, like kind of in front of it.
Okay, because my horse, it has nothing to do with this, but my horse is like, so since it's the cube so big, and it's standing like sort of next to the ladder, and it has a post next to it, but he's not tied up. He's just like sitting
He's
there.
just there.
Yeah. Now imagine flowers somewhere in the scene. It's somewhere. How many are there?
Like 3. It's the desert.
3.
No, I mean,
Mine are all over the place. There's so many flowers.
really?
It's like a freaking garden all of a sudden. Like there was.
Oh, well, see, I'm
Desert?
thinking desert. So
Yeah,
I was
no, there
like,
was.
I probably can't. Oh, okay, and then it like changed.
Yeah,
for
it
you as
changed.
went.
As soon as I read that, I was like, oh, all of a sudden I'm in like a meadow. There's so many flowers. There's flowers popping up out of everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want
How
the- I
far
want to
away
do
is
that,
it
but that's
from the
not.
cube?
Yeah, oh, mine are underneath the cube.
Underneath the cube.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since mine are everywhere, like how I see the scene is that it's like right up against the cube and like everywhere. It's like a field. How far away is it going from the cube? Lastly, a storm is starting. Okay. And how close is it to the cube, ladder, horse, and flowers?
Oh, right over top of it.
Right over top of it?
Straight on top, coming down.
Okay, because mine is in the distance. Like, you can kind of see it. You know, like,
Yeah. I know what you mean.
like yeah, kind of like those classic, like, thunderstorm pictures, you
Yeah.
know? Are you scared of it? No?
I'm really scared of thorns.
Yeah, same.
Thorns?
Thorns. Yeah, same. I'm not scared of it either.
I'm not scared of
No.
like storms and stuff.
So, you remember everything?
I think so.
Cool.
Okay.
Do you remember everything?
Do you remember?
Okay, so the size of the cube is your ego.
Oh.
So that's nice, you know. Mine's the size of a house. Apparently, I think highly of myself.
And
But then I think, like, I don't think that much of myself. Why is
Yeah.
my ego so big?
yeah.
Like, why? Anyway. Oh, it jumped. Poo. Where is the start of the thing? Okay, there it is. The transparency of the cube is how open you are with people. So we are very closed off. We are metal. Like, you cannot read us. Don't come near me.
Oh, but I give off light though, so I wonder if that's
Right, that's why I was like, wait a second. And it does not say anything about light or spinning. So I'm wondering, your ego, like, what about your ego is so bright?
Well, I'm wondering if it like folds in with the transparency thing.
No, yeah, it could be.
Like, maybe I'm not transparent, but I'm really nice.
I'm shiny. The closer you are to... Wow, no. The closer the cube is to the ground is how grounded you are. So I'm on the ground. I'm very grounded.
I'm just a little delulu.
Delulu.
I'm a little delulu.
And then the distance between the ladder and the cube is how close you are to your friends.
Oh, we got somebody to lean on.
And if the ladder is leaning against the cube, you are support for those around you. Mine was leaning. Joshua's was leaning.
Mine was leaning.
I know. I was like, wow. The sturdier the material of the ladder, the stronger the bond is to people. So ours are made out of wood. So like, that's what ladders used to be made out of. So is it
strong.
Sturdy, apparently? Sturdy?
It's pretty 30.
Yeah, very
30.
I think so.
I think it's sturdy. It's sturdy, but
Joshua's
it's not
was made
unbreakable.
out of metal. Like his was like whatever that's called.
Yeah.
That's made out of now.
Metal.
But yeah, but
Steel.
Steel. Yeah. Like his was tough. So I'm like, that matches you, I think. Yep. So sturdier, blah blah blah. If the horse is tied up or saddled, it's you like more control in your relationship. But because ours was free, that means it's the less controlling you are. So the less it's tied up is the less control you are, or controlled you. Like, I couldn't figure out.
So like, if they're tied up, you want to have control in the relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since ours was not tied up, we don't require as
I'm
much
a
control.
loosey-goosey.
Yeah,
I
am very much like,
as
you
long
do
as you
your
don't
thing.
cheat on me, I'm good.
Yeah. Don't cheat on me. Don't lie to me. And I'm not going to be crazy. I don't
Exactly.
care. And the thing about it is I used to be crazy. I definitely did. But I got so crazy and looked so stupid that it broke the crazy.
There you go.
Took a while though.
I've always been this way. I'm like, I have such loosey-goosey, like...
I'm like, I don't care.
Right, like, literally, as long as you're not out here making me look stupid, cheating on me, and, like, we have a pretty good, like, communication.
Yeah,
that's all I care
communication
about.
is all I need. Like, there's nothing that can't be explained. I mean, except for, deal breakers like cheating and things like that. That's different. But, other than that, there's nothing that you can't tell me that we can't fix.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
like, it just is what it is. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're somebody that I know I can trust, we're good.
Mm-hmm. And so this is where I don't really understand, because you know how I feel about having another kid right now. Mm-hmm. I'm very secure in only having one child right now. I finally got to a place where I don't feel like I'm racing against the clock. Like, I feel comfortable where I am. I feel very secure in my little family that I made. I am very happy right now with only having one child. And it said, the more flowers you see, the more kids you want.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you want 3 children.
No, I don't. I want like one. But I would have 3 flowers. 3 flowers, I feel like, can equal 1 child. I don't want 3 kids.
And then the more flowers you see, the more kids you want. So and if I'm seeing a field, I'm like...
I feel like that doesn't necessarily mean the same thing, though. I feel like it's not necessary.
Exactly, because, like, I'm open to having more children. Obviously, I want another one eventually, but not right now.
Yeah.
And that's where it ties into the closer they are to the cube, the more you're thinking about kids.
Oh, and mine are right underneath my cube.
Yeah, I was like, when she said that, I was like, oh.
Like, that checks out.
And mine are, like, close to the cube, but they're also far away from the cube. So that might be me thinking, like, I could have another one, but maybe not right now.
Maybe it's also a thing where, like, of course kids are on your mind. You have one.
That's exactly what my husband said. Because I'm like, it kind of feels almost invalidating to me with it being that way. Because I'm like, with me feeling so secure in how I feel right now, and then that telling me that, it kind of feels like I'm invalidating myself. Like, do I want more? Am I just kind of giving myself a weird facade? Like, do I actually want more right now? And I'm kind of just like damping myself back? But I don't think I am. It doesn't feel like I am.
I feel like you're really the only person who can answer that. But at the same time, you need to also keep in mind that it thinks that your ego is the size of a house based on that personality test. And it is definitely not.
Thank you.
So I don't think it's necessarily the most accurate thing.
Yeah.
These tests can be broken sometime. Remember the
Yeah.
other one? What if somebody doesn't have a favorite animal?
It's true. Have you ran across that, by the way?
Yes, I did. I said, you broke the personality test. So you suck.
And then when you said about the storm, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the storm represents stress. The closer and more threatening it is, the more stressed you currently are.
Well, okay.
But you're not scared of it, but it's like right on top of you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm never scared of stress. I'm always stressed.
I laugh in the face of stress. And then it said, do you agree?
I feel like I definitely agree with mine for the most part. Like,
I'm
my
trying
ego's
to-
not that big.
Yeah.
I definitely am somebody who is close to my friends, and I try to be somebody that people can come to. They can rely on. People
Same.
at work tell me that all the time. They're like, oh my goodness, you're the person I can always come to every time I need somebody. Every time I have a question, you answer the question. Doesn't matter. You're never too busy for me. And I'm like, yes. Because usually it's a really easy question to answer. But that's because I've been there for a while and I know the answers to the questions.
Yeah.
And I'm a certified trainer, so it's my job to know the answers.
Right, that's true.
Yeah. I lost where I was going with that. Oh, let's talk about all the things. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about kids. I would love to have kids. I would love to have a kid.
Well,
Sorry.
and it doesn't help that literally all of your friends,
Yeah, everybody's
parents.
got kids. So,
except for you and the other dude, but
dude, who?
another one of our friends.
Oh.
Like, you guys are the only ones that aren't parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
At least for me, I don't know how he feels about that. I don't know if he's all that sad
know.
about it. I feel like he's probably not as upset about it as I am.
Well, I feel like for men, it's different.
exactly.
Because women, we're told from the very beginning that we got a time limit. And you only got this long to have children. And if you don't make it, then you're done. No
And
more
when
kids.
you've been told since you were 11 years old that you're going to be a really good mommy one day, and then you're almost 27 with no kids, with like no kids in the foreseeable future, it's a good recipe for some strong depression.
Right.
So,
And I think that's something that needs to change, definitely, is how we speak
to young girls.
Yeah.
Or really just kids in general.
to kids. Yeah.
Like-
especially not even about like their futures, more like also like how
anything
I'm
about-
trying to like how I'm trying to change with how I talk to Boo Boo about things. Like, I try not to comment anything about her body.
Mm-hmm.
I try to reiterate a lot of the times like how smart she is, and it's not all about how beautiful she is, or I try to comment more about her personality,
Yeah.
because looks fade, your personality doesn't.
Yeah.
So
Looks like anything can happen in an instant to make your looks change forever.
mhm.
You don't need to build your entire personality around the way that you look.
Mm-hmm. And it can be very damaging with one of those moments where everything can change in an instant, where that could completely destroy her.
Yeah.
So You don't want to do that. And with how women are in general about our bodies, like, I feel like we need to start a different conversation about it. Like, who decided that rounder bellies are bad?
Yeah.
And, like, who decided that flat bellies are the way to be? Like, who decided that? I don't understand. And big boobs versus small boobs. Like, why does that matter?
Yeah.
If you got a butt or not, who cares? I think we need to find, and that's very much why I'm teaching my daughter about how important it is with your mind.
Yeah.
Your personality more than how her body looks, you know? But I also have my own from watching my mom being so sensitive with her body.
Yeah.
So I have my own insecurities by watching my mom and her mom before her, and so on and so forth. My aunts, like every female around me, and we almost can't help it. We're overly critical about ourselves because of previous generations.
Exactly. It's like, we see, it's not even that, like, they make comments about our bodies sometimes too. It's like, we watch them make comments about their own bodies.
Mm-hmm.
We watch them be their own worst critic, and then we turn around and do the same thing to ourselves.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant by my mom and aunts.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't mean about them commenting on, well, they have, but.
Well, I know that. That's why I was like, well, yeah, that too.
Yeah. I didn't want them to think that if they listen. I know my mom does, but, yeah, I think that's just something we need to change, definitely.
Yeah.
So how we began the episode is how we're going to end it, with hair.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a rewind. I keep saying rewind. So I'm really short with my rewind. I literally have this picture, and I'm so, like, wow. So I'll start from the very beginning of my Facebook career. Is 2009. How old was I? I was
15.
I cut off my hair. It was very long, and I cut it off. So, I have some black in there, my brown that I've always had my entire life, and some bangs, a side swoop. Ignore the glasses. That is just terrible. I apologize. Next is 2014. I was in cosmetology school, I believe. Yes, I was. And I've always been back and forth when it comes to blonde highlights, because when I was 9, kids were picking on me. And for some reason, don't know why, my mom and sister were like, we should change up your hair and give you earrings. And so we did. And I'm pretty sure that's the first time my sister did my eyebrows. I'm pretty sure. When I was 9. And she did blonde highlights. And I was always doing that since then. And my sister's always done my hair since, like, not recently, because she can't. She's always busy. But back then, my sister always did my hair blonde highlights or back to brown. We always did that. Always, always, always. I'll never forget this one time. We were in a hurry because it was Wednesday night and she needed to get to church, and she was hurrying up and doing my foils, and I had little, like, literally cheetah print from where the bleach missed spots. I was like, I can't go anywhere like this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when you're, like, young, that's just always a thing. And then, so now we're in 2015, and this seems like a lifetime from the previous picture.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. So then I decided I want to change it up, but not too much. So we did balayage, blonde on the bottom. My hair is so dark from my, I guess my family lineage, that my hair does not like to lighten.
Yeah.
And it goes brassy if you even try to think about putting bleach on my hair. So, it's brown on top, and then it slowly goes into blonde. I loved this, as you can tell. I just loved it. I felt like a lioness with all this hair. This is after work, and I had it in braids the whole day, and I took it out, and I was like, oh, it's voluminous.
Yes.
I loved it so much. But I had this for a very long time. I think. I'm pretty sure. Apparently not. Because then, in June of 2015, I went red! And I loved red. Red did not love me. I loved red. As you can tell from this picture, you know, before and afters.
Yes.
And I loved the red. I tried to keep it as much as possible. And the rest of my updates are literally my red hair. I think this was the same year, though. Both of these pictures. Yeah, and this one, very dramatic. And then finally, especially recently, I think I also, this was the last time I went to my sister, and so I started going to a cosmetologist friend of mine that I went to school with, and she's done my hair ever since. And I went between blonde and red. Like, we tried to keep the red in, but it just does not like me. What is with red? It does not like me. And I've also heard that red doesn't like to stay in hair, though.
Yeah. I've always had issues with red.
Yeah.
I even, like, have some natural red in my hair.
Same.
And I think that's the only reason why, like, it does grip sometimes.
Yeah. Like, it does residual. Like, probably even still now, even though it's been ages. But I finally decided, you know, I'm just going to stay brown. Because clearly God wanted me to be a brunette. And I guess I'm just going to stay there. But also because blonde highlights are so expensive.
Yes.
I can't keep up with how much it is.
Hard.
And I'm never going to blame my friend that does my hair for me on that, because it's a lot and she deserves to be paid that much. It's just too much wealth for my pocket. I don't got that. So,
I feel it.
Yeah. So, I've been brunette for a hot minute now. I mean, I forgot about the picture of me when I got my bangs. I guess I can get that, future Lindsay. It will be here. Of when I got my bangs, I loved them, but then I had so much weight on that I felt like it was making my face too round. So I grew them out, and now I got these little curtain bangy things.
Yeah.
I think I want to stay this way for a while.
I think they're cute.
Thanks. I like them. My hair has always wanted to go middle part. So there, I'm like, you know what? We're going to accept the way that it wants to grow and go from there. Because, you know, the millennial side part for a little bit there. But that's all I got for updates. I've never really done anything drastic or crazy. I try to do... Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I forgot about the side thing I did for a little bit.
That's right.
I bleached underneath here, and I did pink. That will also
like
be
a
right
little
here.
peekaboo.
Of pink, because I wasn't working anymore. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I doing boring things? I don't have a job that cares about color.
Right.
My kid, as long as I'm here, she don't care what I look like.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I loved it so much. But again, I just got tired of the upkeep.
Yeah.
So, back to brown.
Well,
that's my updates. Very short. But that's because I've always been a very safe, like, not crazy, wish I could be, just not.
So now, my hair is a little bit of a different story, though. So, of course, now, my natural hair, as we saw in the last video, is kind of like a dirty dishwater blonde. It's about the best way to describe it. Which, like, blends in really well with my brown, because, like, my roots are super grown out. I really need to redo my brown or do something, but yeah, you really can't tell.
Mm-mm.
Like, it's more of a thing where I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like I have to do it and it'll make it look better and
But
it'll...
your hair has finally gotten back to the waviness it used to be when we were little.
Yeah. Finally starting to get my curl back.
Yep.
If I keep doing what I'm doing, eventually I won't really have to curl my hair. So this is all natural. I just took a shower this morning, I got out, I brushed my hair, I put some product in it. Just like some keep it from being so stinking dry. But let's see. I was I was like listening, but I also lived through your hair colors with you.
Same with you.
So I was trying to like label some of these as I was going, but of
You're
course I
fine.
can label the rest of them before I send it to
Yeah.
you. But we are going to start with this.
Oh, wow. I remembered. Wow.
That is my 8th grade graduation.
I don't remember it being that bright back then.
Oh no, it's just the fact that my skin was that white back then.
That's true. She's always been paper.
I was...
This is tan.
This is so tan. Like, I've never been this tan. As you can tell, I was literally a ghost. And then we move over here to 2012. And this is the best picture I could get. That was a result of me bleaching my hair. And my hair was about like here or so.
Yeah, you can tell in that
And
you had to cut it off.
Yeah. So short.
Look at that phone, by the way.
Oh my god, I know. It also has a piglet sticker on it with a butterfly that
Cute.
my little sister gave me. Because if a little kid tells you that you need to put something on your phone, you do it.
I've always done
But
that.
yeah, I bleached my hair with one box of Splat bleach from Walmart. And my hair was super long and super thick. So obviously, that was not nearly enough. And it barely covered my roots, which of course is what I started with, which, if you know hair, is a no-no. Yeah, it was a nightmare. And her sister saved my hair. And that's what it was. And yes, that was saved. That was the best that she could possibly do for me. And I don't even know how she did that, honestly. And then we jump forward to the next year. And 2013, I had blonde highlights for the only time ever. Never been.
That's true.
I am so rarely any kind of blonde. Like, those are the 2 times ever. Other
what made
than
you want to bleach your hair? Because you had red, and then you're like, I'm gonna bleach it.
well, like for this one?
Mhm.
No, my hair was black. My hair was jet black before then.
Oh, that's right. You went
I
black.
did went. Yeah, I don't have. Oh wait, actually, might have a picture
The
of that
previous
somewhere.
one, last episode, you could see a little bit of her black hair. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
like
right
that one.
there. You didn't have black very long though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So like, this
Yeah.
would be a good picture.
Yeah, that black hair.
Yeah, I've had black hair a couple times actually. That's like a couple other pictures that I need to
I
grab.
think you look good in really dark hair.
Yeah,
I think it counterbalances your
paleness.
yes.
And then my eye color too. It's really good with browns.
Mm-hmm. You were. Where were you?
No, I was here. That ended up being about the same thing, but I had blonde and red highlights.
That was a thing because I had blonde and red for a little bit.
Yeah.
Around the same time, I think.
Yeah, actually, because that's what that was. And then
Right
I think because
Oh.
like for a while, I'm trying to think of like which order
Yeah.
I'm going in. Because I really didn't do very much with my hair when I was with my ex. I really didn't adventure much. I didn't do anything with it. Like, he didn't really want me to. So I didn't.
Oh.
So. But at one point for Halloween, I did do this purple. And it was also splat. And it stayed in my hair for, I'm wanting to say about a year and a half. And then I went to...
P.S. Can we... What ring is that? Was that your promise ring?
Yeah.
I forgot you had one.
Yeah. $40 at Walmart.
So?
It was cute, but...
I have a testament that does not matter.
It doesn't matter, but it's the principle of
Look
the
at
fact
that.
that's all he
Red.
ever bought me. And this was before senior year. This
Yes,
is
that's
where we
the
did the
hair.
black underneath and the red on top. These just, I might not be able to pinpoint some of the years on these. Because I got to a point with my hair where it was just like, okay, different. Every time you saw me, it was something different.
I mean, I have a cousin the same way. She always has different hair.
Yeah. This was, I want to see, this is after graduation, like just a little bit post grad. I had an ombre in my hair.
Mm-hmm. I think, did I do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, you did. And then, yeah, because that's...
We'll have to remember so I can give you guys the pictures. We'll have to remember what picture she's showing me.
Yeah. Okay, so the ombre, the first one was McDonald's. This is another ombre picture. And I got my cute little gray dress with the flowers underneath. Like, very cute. It's all very cute. That's why I'm talking.
Maybe when we show you the red, we can show you all these other different reds, because she was red for a long time.
There has been so many variations of red, because here is a variation of red with my green makeup for St. Patty's Day. This is us at the Panic at the Disco concert, getting ready to watch them, and that's like a cherry Coke red. Is what my sister calls it.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one where it's kind of like a pinky red.
Mm-hmm.
That's not red. That's red. That's very red.
I like your hair that length, though.
This length?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I like long hair. I like
Oh.
my hair long. As long as possible. Actually, I really like this length. I feel pretty good like here.
Yeah.
Maybe a little longer. I could go longer. I like to hear.
That's
my
how
hair's
normally
healthy.
my hair stops around here. I think I'm due for another kind of chop, because I remember right when Boo Boo was born, I cut it to like here, and that's like the shortest I've been in a hot minute, and I cut off. Well, how long is that? Like that's how
6 to 8
many inches? Yeah, and I cut it all off, and I mean, obviously my husband likes it long, but he also is like, it's your hair. Do what you want.
Yeah. He married you, not your hair.
Exactly. So
yeah, the other variation of red, we've got the really bright one, which those are both the same red that I had. It's just two different pictures, because I really like this one, because there's no filter on this.
nice.
So that is just the
But you
authentic
can barely see your face.
red. Yeah. And there's a filter on that one.
At least they're natural filters.
Yeah. Now this one, I can't wait to show it. I loved that. I loved that hair so much. That is like my favorite hair that I have ever had. It's so freaking cute. And like, I did not expect myself to look that good in it. I really didn't. But like, there's this picture too, which we will.
I liked your it
like
kind of
the
looks
septum.
greenish
Yeah.
in that.
Well, it was I used Arctic Fox Blue Jean Baby on the, like, through this part, and then I did Transylvania, which is just jet black on through the roots. But even like their Transylvania it's a blue black, So it's a blue based black.
Yeah.
So it went really well with the blue jean baby. The blue jean baby is more, it's like a, it's got like some green tones in it
For sure.
in the blue. And I think my hair really held to the green tones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. That was not my favorite hair. Because this is my favorite hair.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite hair ever.
Another time I did it.
Yes.
And I was so nervous because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And so it was blonde. Do you have the one where it's blonde on the bottom?
Oh, yes, actually.
Because we did that first.
That's what we did.
And it reminded me of like this cute little like strawberry color hair. Like,
yeah. Because my hair was already
strawberry
red.
milkshakey.
And we didn't have to... It was like a rose gold.
I
almost,
use my
like the
favorite...
ends.
Yeah, I use my favorite bleach that I've found that actually bleaches my hair. And I
That's the cream lightener?
Yes.
Yeah, because I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I found it, is because she bought it and I used it. And I was like, oh my gosh, it cut through that red. I need this.
Yes. It was so good. I'm so serious. It's just like Sally Beauty Supply. That's a national thing. And it's their like ion cream lightener. This is not a sponsored video.
Sadly. You can...
But you could sponsor us. We could do
sponsor
that.
us.
We can strike a
could.
deal, okay?
We could.
Like, that was fantastic. We loved that product. And yes, so we did that, and then I ended up just having a friend kind of paint in the lines, and then that's where we ended up with this result. And just, again, just the cutest thing. I
Yep.
curled it, and it just...
Dark red
ugh.
to such a pretty light
Like,
red.
it was a blood orange.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, I adored that hair. That was my favorite hair.
And you could tell you're feeling good in it too, though.
Yes, that is like that's the thing. That was like me in that snap in the picture I just showed you earlier with when my hair was curled the other day at work. I felt so good. When my hair is done, I feel so good. I even just feel good right now because the most recent change to the hair, in case anybody hasn't noticed just yet, is the graduation or the retirement of the millennial side part for me.
It's yes. We made it. She's accepting that she's not a millennial anymore.
I never was. It's
No.
okay.
Yeah. But I think it suits you. I think it...
I feel like
you
it makes
saying
my
it-
head look more even.
Right.
I kind of felt like I had a bald spot for the podcast. Because it's just the way that my hairline is. But if I
Yeah.
do it like this, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's been brown for a while now.
Yeah, I think I've been brown for the whole podcast.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's only been, however many months. 16 weeks.
16 weeks, 4 months.
Oh, okay.
It's a decent bit for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of don't feel...
We've been doing
I
this for
know.
4 months.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's why I'm like, I can't keep track of this, Lindsay. I don't know what day it is. I just know that it's Tuesday, so I'm here.
Yep.
That's literally yesterday. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't work. Or my sister was asking if I worked a double today, and I was like, no, but it's Tuesday. And she was like, okay,
You don't know what Tuesday
congratulations.
means?
And then she was like, oh. I was like, you dumb.
Well, I mean, and you probably don't have the picture, but there was an intermission where she's like, I'm going to go to brown, and I'm going to stay brown because, it's going to be healthy for my hair to grow and do whatever. And then her niece was a fan of the red hair, Heff. So then she requested for her to go back red, and she was that for a little bit. I'm talking a little bit, and she's like, you know what? I'm just out of my red hair era. I'm not a redhead anymore.
I am out of the red hair phase.
Yeah.
I'm good. I am not red anymore.
Yeah. And I think that was another graduation of yours because you've been red for a long time.
I think that
Because I associated you a long time with red hair.
So weirdly, though, like this is like very recent that I'm like, okay, no, I'm totally retired of red, like from the red hair phase. But even before that, like it was phasing out, and that's where like, and I used to be so crazy. I used to be so psychotic, and people say that maybe it is a thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I'm so much calmer when my hair is not red. My life is so much less chaotic. And I think that that's a
But I had a red hair
possible
phase, but I
factor.
wasn't chaotic, though.
Well, it doesn't always mean it, but I feel like I might be a
Maybe for normal
statistic.
people. Some of us have to be, you know?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah. Well.
I think that about wraps it up for our hair rewind and all of the things.
Yeah, all the things. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode.
Yeah.
Hope you had a good time.
And we will see you again next week for more nonsense.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, also, like, comment, subscribe.
Please.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.